This message is from the Social Security.
A complaint has been filed against you and your social.
This is the Medicare Department calling to inform you. Now is the time to act.
I get robocalls daily.
It's that robotic voice none of us wants to hear when we pick up the phone. Robocalls hit record highs in the U.S. before the pandemic. Money lost to scammers and frustration at the never-ending barrage of annoying telemarketers is skyrocketing too. So tonight we ask a simple question. How do you stop the calls? Here's what you can do right here, right now.
Cell phones may seem superpowered these days, but robocalls are still our kryptonite. Americans got 58.5 billion of them in 2019, the most in history, according to Umail, a company that develops robocall blocking software.
I get at least 2 or 3 a day.
The financial cost spiraling too.
The robocalls, you could eventually give up information that can be detrimental to you, your finances.
By one estimate, Americans lost a staggering $19.7 billion to phone scammers last year alone, according to Truecaller Insights, a group that studies robocall trends. So, how do you stop the calls? Tip number 1, put your number on the Federal Trade Commission's Do Not Call list. Problem is, scammers do not care about that do not call list.
Do they annoy you as much as they annoy everybody else?
Absolutely.
Even the people who work at the Federal Trade Commission are sick of it. Will Maxon is in the office that's trying to crack down by finding and closing robocall companies. He told us another thing you can do to stop the calls is to hang up as soon as you get a robocall and make sure you block that number. And that made us wonder, if we got a brand new phone, surely that would be free from robocalls, right? Our Tegna investigative team decided to find out. We bought 16 brand new cell phones and spread them out in cities all across the country. And all 16 of those phones started getting robocalls weeks or even days after activation. In some cases, without the user ever placing a single call or text.
So how did I get a robocall when I've never used this phone?
It would depend on, probably where that number came from.
Meaning, if I got a number that used to belong to someone else and they were on robocall lists, then my brand new phone is on one too. So tip number 3 to stop the calls, download a robocall blocking app. You can also call your phone carrier and see what spam filters they offer on your network. Maxon told me the FTC is working with the Federal Communications Commission and state attorneys general to try and stop robocallers, even targeting companies that provide the technology used in robocall operations. But Maxon says the worst offenders are outside U.S. borders, and therefore mostly outside the reach of the FTC. These days, they're even merging computer and phone technologies to spoof fake numbers in order to get around call blocking software.
You think it's someone you want to talk to, and then on the other line, it's somebody you don't want to talk to.
Like this robocall we got. Daniel Glazier doesn't own this number. We called back. It's just a dead line.
Honestly, based on the way the network is set up and the way technology is right now, that it is not possible to simply flip a switch and make something happen and make everything stop.
And if things are so bad you need to take drastic measures to stop the calls, here's our final tip. Activate the Do Not Disturb function on your phone. That will block every number from calling your phone except your most trusted contacts or favorites to ensure those robocallers can't reach you.
It is a little unsettling that all these people have our phone numbers and we just live with them calling us all the time.
One last thing, if you're willing to make the effort, the FTC wants you to report every robocall you get at donotcall.gov. They say that helps them unravel algorithms used by computer programs behind those robocalls.